From News Channel 15, you're watching News Channel 15 Tonight with Kyle Peach. This is News Channel 15 Tonight.
Hi, good evening, and thanks for joining us. I'm Kyle Peach. Here's a look at what's going on. A suspicious fire causing significant damage to the former Shell Mart convenience store south of Grayville. It happened early on Sunday morning. WFIW says the vacant building located along Illinois Route 1 near Interstate 64 has been unoccupied for over a decade. The Little Wabash Fire Department responded to the scene at about 2:44 a.m. early Sunday. Firefighters found a storage building adjacent to the business fully engulfed in flames, and that fire quickly spread to the roof of the main Shell Mart structure. Fire Chief Travis Thompson says the front door of the building was found unlocked upon arrival. The gas station and convenience store, originally owned by the Dersch family of Mount Carmel and later sold to Twin Brothers Investments out of Indianapolis, has been closed since the opening of the Road Ranger more than 10 years ago. Chief Thompson confirmed Illinois State Fire Marshal has been called in to investigate the cause of the fire. No injuries were reported. 58-year-old Samuel L. Garman of Grayville has been sentenced to 4 years in state prison after pleading guilty to a burglary charge in Edwards County Court. The case was originally filed in May of last year, and as part of the plea deal in the case, a theft charge was dropped. Looking at area arrests tonight, a Grayville woman was arrested in Gibson County, Indiana on Sunday after an accident with injuries at the off-ramp of Interstate 64 onto Highway 41. The injured driver was rear-ended by a vehicle that then left the scene. That vehicle was ultimately stopped in rural Gibson County, and its driver, 38-year-old Mabel Zamaripia of Grayville, was arrested and charged with leaving the scene of a property damage accident. Meanwhile, Carmi police arrested 5 people this weekend. WRUL reports that on Friday, a traffic stop for a seatbelt violation led to the arrest of 35-year-old Christy French, arrested on a charge of possession of cannabis in a vehicle by a driver. She was later released on a notice to appear. Also Friday, John Peterson of Crossville was arrested for possession of cannabis in a vehicle by a driver and cited for a headlight violation. He was released on a notice to appear. Saturday, Charles Baxter was arrested after complaints were signed for disorderly conduct, and he was later released on a citation, only to be arrested 2 hours later for disorderly conduct and stalking. He was taken to the White County Jail. Also on Saturday, Timothy Bebout of Rosaclare was arrested on charges of possession of meth, 2 counts of possession of a controlled substance, unlawful use of property, possession of cannabis in a vehicle by a driver, possession of drug paraphernalia, false or secret compartment in a vehicle, driving suspended, operating an uninsured vehicle, having no rear registration lights, and illegal transportation of alcohol by a driver. All of those charges led him to go to the county jail. And Jacob Blazer was arrested Saturday for possession of cannabis in a vehicle by a driver, driving suspended, and operating an uninsured vehicle. Meanwhile, Flora police report several arrests last week. Last Monday, 31-year-old Cody R. Houston of Flora was arrested for possession of meth in the 700 block of Birchwood Avenue. Last Thursday, 37-year-old Samantha L. Colclaser of Flora was arrested on an outstanding Clay County warrant. Also last Thursday, 19-year-old Grant E. McKinney of Flora was arrested on 3 counts of aggravated assault and disorderly conduct after an incident in the 900 block of Stacy Burke Drive. Saturday, 36-year-old Morgan D. Moore of Flora was arrested on an outstanding Clay County warrant. State Representative Adam Niemerg is calling on the Illinois Director of Corrections to provide an immediate tour of the Robinson and Lawrenceville correctional facilities. This after a reported overdose and death of an inmate in Robinson over the weekend. WAKO reports that Nieberg once again is calling for changes to the DOC's policies, which allow for drugs to enter facilities. As of this time, specifics have not been released, nor the name of the deceased inmate. At Monday's Mount Carmel City Council meeting, Garbage Commissioner Susan Zimmerman proposed increasing garbage rates, noting that rising costs have made an increase necessary despite efforts to delay it as long as possible. WSJD reports that under the proposal, garbage rates would increase by $1 beginning this July 1st, with an additional $1 increase next July 1. Zimmerman said the increases would help the city continue to offer services such as leaf pickup and brush pickup, while also helping offset increases in the city's garbage contract costs. Meanwhile, Mayor Joe Judge discussed plans to begin regulating food trucks operating on city-owned property. WSJD reporting that with requests to set up in the city on the rise, the mayor says the city is considering a no-fee application process similar to that in place like in Olney. Under the plan, food truck operators would be required to provide a valid driver's license, proof of liability insurance, vehicle insurance and registration, a photo of the food truck, a menu, an Illinois retailer's occupation tax certificate, and a Wabash County Health Department permit. Judge says the goal is to ensure vendors operating on city property are properly insured and meeting health and safety requirements. The proposed regulations would apply only to food trucks operating on city-owned property. The Olney City Council met on Monday. WSEI says the council accepted bids for roof repairs at Pacific Cycle, a new Ford Interceptor police car, and a used 2019 3/4-ton pickup for the fire department. They approved closing a portion of the east-west alley between East Laurel and East Butler Streets and between North Jefferson and North Lincoln. The council agreed to buy 3 riding mowers for the Parks Department, accepted bids to demolish properties at 633 North Morgan and 208 North Boone. The council approved the city's motor fuel tax road and street maintenance program, approved preliminary engineering work for street renovations on portions of Monroe, Glenwood, South Morgan, and in the Eastgate subdivision. On a 3-2 vote, the council approved an ordinance to allow the sale of fireworks in the city. It also approved a $112,000 change order for the North Avenue waterline replacement project and approved an agreement to clean up property at 918 and 920 West Main, just west of CVS in Olney. Wabash County Clerk Janet Will provided an update on election matters during Monday's county board meeting. WSJD reports that Will told the board that reports from the recent primary are nearly complete, saying the next step is to send paperwork to both parties so they can submit their recommendations for election judges. Will noted election judges do serve 2-year terms and said the county is currently looking for individuals interested in serving. In a related matter, Democratic Party candidates will appear first on the Wabash County ballot for the November 6th general election after a lottery was held on Monday to determine ballot placement. More to come here tonight. Your forecast is next, some rain overnight, and then sports as region tournament play begins for college softball teams. We'll be right back.
Baseball season is all about preparation, teamwork, and making the right call at the right time. It's the same for your business. At the First National Bank, we give you the advantage with business loans tailored to your needs. These include lines of credit, equipment loans, commercial real estate financing, and oil production loans. Visit any of our locations to learn more. Because when your business wins, our whole community wins.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Steve Faulkner Automotive has awesome May deals. Get a 26 F-150 employee pricing for all with up to over $8,400 off. Or lease a new Maverick for as low as $366 a month. See them all at SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com. Now at Steve Faulkner Automotive, lease a new Pacifica for $399 a month. Or Grand Cherokee L with 0% interest, no payments for 90 days, and up to over $5,400 off. Go to SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com and come see us today.
Welcome back. It's time to take a look at weather here tonight. As you can see, all quiet on the outside for now, but after we get after midnight tonight, we'll see a little pass through that could trick off a couple of scattered shower chances, it looks like, across the area. Not a lot to speak of. A warm one today, up to 80 degrees. 49 was our low this morning. Comparable to normal for this time of year. No rain in the gauge as of yet. And again, a quick hitting system. Looks like it's going to kind of try to fizzle out a little bit. So there may not be a whole lot of rain with this system overnight. It'll be gone by daybreak tomorrow and set us up for a sunny Wednesday. It will be a little cooler since it is a cold front that's going to knock the temperatures down a couple of degrees, but don't worry. will heat right back up as we move toward the weekend with temperatures approaching 90. Overnight tonight, again, those scattered showers in the pre-dawn hours with that front passing through. Not everybody will see rain, and it may not be very measurable, but lows will be in the upper 50s to right around 60 degrees. Then on your Wednesday, we'll clear that out in the early morning hours, giving way to sunshine through much of the day. May struggle to get to 70 around Newton and Olney, but low 70s to mid 70s across much of the region. And then on Wednesday night into Thursday morning, clear skies, a little cooler, upper 40s for the lows, generally speaking. And then on Thursday, another great day, sunshine, right around 70 degrees for our high temperature across the region before another chance of rain comes at us toward the weekend. So for tonight, that 20%, that's all they're listing it as, a 20% chance of rain predominant overnight, a low temperature down to around 61 degrees. And then our extended forecast will push that rain out early on Wednesday morning before daybreak, 73. Sunshine Thursday, 71. Rain chances back in the forecast Friday, maybe even a thunderstorm. Highs up into the low 80s, will be in the upper 80s near 90 over the weekend. And then chances of showers to come back at us early next week, cooling the temperatures back into the 70s. That's your forecast. We'll talk sports next.
Are you living with chronic conditions or finding it hard to manage your health at home? If you're 18 or older, have a primary care provider through Wabash General Hospital, and live in Wabash, Edwards, White, or Lawrence County, our community paramedics can help. Get support in the comfort of your home, including follow-up care, home safety and medication education, vital sign checks, disease management support, and resource connections. Our certified paramedics will work with your doctor to provide non-emergent care to keep you healthy at home. Ask your WGH primary care provider for a referral to community paramedicine.
You need to be mindful that when you're out, maybe doing a little tree pruning or shaping, or kids climbing in the tree, building tree houses, whatever, look up, make sure there's no power lines in or near the area. And even after the storm or after a wind event or something like that, where a limb may be falling down or hanging in the tree, make sure to look and there's no utility lines near that. And if there is, call us. We'll come take care of it. We'll get that down. We'll get things cleared up.
Welcome back. It's time now to talk sports. Play began today in the Region 24 softball tournament being played at Southwestern Illinois College in Belleville. The day began with play-in games with Lincoln Trail taking on Kaskaskia. The winner there playing Spoon River this afternoon. Wren Lake taking on Frontier. The winner playing Wabash Valley today. Losers of today's games all play on Wednesday, plus the winner of the second round game featuring WVC will also play Wednesday against second seed Lakeland. The tournament continues through Friday. We'll have all those scores tomorrow. High school baseball action from yesterday in the Little Illini. Olney beats Paris 10-0 and clinches the conference championship. Meanwhile, Mount Carmel beat Marshall 5-4. Newton beat Casey 3-0 as the Aces, the Eagles, and the Warriors all finished tied for second in the league. Also yesterday, Robinson beat Lawrenceville 12-0. In the Black Diamond, Edwards County beat Flora 14-9. Fairfield beat Carmi 17-3. Elsewhere, Massac County beat Hamilton County 12-5. Red Hill over Waltonville Cesar-Valier 16-8. And NCOE beat Wayne City 15-13. High school softball yesterday, a battle of state-ranked teams as Mount Carmel beat Marshall 3-0 and Robinson beat Lawrenceville 12-0. So Marshall and Robinson share the LIC title. Also, Olney beats Paris 3-0. In the Black Diamond, Hamilton County beat Fairfield 9-8 in 8 innings. Elsewhere, Effingham St. Anthony beat Flora 11-4 and NCOE beat Wayne City 11-1. Girls soccer yesterday, Carterville beat Salem 4-3 and Olney and Mattoon played to a scoreless tie. High school track boys action at the Rick Book invited Fairfield. Flora first with an even 100, Fairfield second at 98, Newton third at 58, Mount Carmel was fourth at 54. Also from our area, Hamilton County 8th, Carmi 9th, Olney 10th, Red Hill was 12th, Lawrenceville 13th as 15 teams took part. In girls track at Harrisburg, Benton first at 120, Harrisburg second, Carmi third at 106, West Frankfort 4th, Hamilton County 5th at 77, Mount Carmel 6th at 62, NCOE finished 8th. There were 11 teams taking part, and at Altamont North Clay Clay City was 7th. Newton was 9th. 14 teams taking part. Mount Flora and T-Town went in tennis yesterday. Have a good night.